So if I could go back and meet my 21-year-old self, I wrote a few things down that I want to make sure that I get that I would specifically point out to him. Number one, is don't be afraid to go deep. And don't be afraid to let go of your current identity. Because the life that you currently building, 21-year-old self, is based on lies that you've told yourself from your childhood. It's not about what happened to you, but the meanings that you created from those experiences. I would tell him that nothing in life has meaning except the meaning we choose to give it. And all events are neutral until we lay our meaning on top of it. And that is what will create your quality of life. So go back and get rid of the stories. It's okay. You don't need to cling on to that. But the reason why you're clinging on to it is because you don't know who you are without those stories. And I'm telling you, that's the best part. That's becoming childlike again, as Jesus said. To go back to who you were before the world got its hands on you. Go back to who you were before you started comparing yourself to everyone else around you and just taking everything personal. Go back to who you were when you were free. Because in that space of letting go of the stories, you're now in a space of complete creation and life starts to get fun. The second thing I would tell my 21-year-old self is to think bigger, faster. Think bigger, faster. Create from a place of possibility, not circumstance. Know that there's what you can do and know that there's what can't be done. And then aim for one step below what can't be done and trust your intuition along the way. You don't need plan. You just need commitment. Because when you have a mother's commitment to whatever it is that you want to create, I promise you, everything you need to fulfill that commitment will be delivered to your front door. There's nothing you need to do. So recognize that you're everything with nothing, so that you can have a divine sense of well-being to open yourself up to divine listening. And then just practice divine execution. And the last thing is don't compare or compete. To compare yourself to anyone is a thief of joy. To compare yourself to anyone is how you get this feeling of unworthiness and undeserving and not good enough. But I want you to understand that the feeling of I'm not worthy or I'm not deserving, that's a man-made concept, son. Because in order to feel unworthy, that means you have to compare yourself to something else, and that's just somebody else's idea. Son, it's all made up. It's all made up. Don't let anyone convince you that something is absolute. It is literally all made up by some other guy or girl who decided this was the standard and sold everyone else on that. And now you're comparing yourself to that. Run your own race. Don't compare and don't compete.